Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here with another video. May not be too bright, but this is how it turns out, folks. So I'm here today, folks, to do a video, and it's related to the last video I did about school, getting back to school. But today will be slightly different, folks. Today I'm going to be focusing on footing it to school because I was living in the country and I had to foot it to school. So my experience of footing it to school in the country. Yes, folks, in my generation, I had to foot it to school. So this news about this new school bus system, rural school bus system, gave me the idea that I should come and speak about my experience footing it to school. Because I know those children living in the rural areas, they had been footing it to school also. So when they talk about footing it to school, it means you walk foot. No transportation to get to school. There may not be any, or you can't afford any transportation to school. So no matter how far you are, you have to get up early and foot it to school to be there when the bell rang. So that's been my experience, folks. I've had to foot it to school, miles away from school, got up early. I don't remember sitting down and having a big breakfast like these kids are doing these days. And that reminds me, no wonder why we were able to learn, because we didn't have a big breakfast to start out in the mornings. And a matter of fact, if we had to run and walk from so far, even if we had breakfast, by the time we get to school, we're empty because we used up all that energy that we got from eating a little bit of breakfast. But my focus is not on the breakfast part of it or the eating part of it. It's just to share my knowledge and experience of how I had to foot it to school in those days, so some 50 years ago. I know times have changed, things have changed, the system has changed. So this is my experience in my generation. So as I was saying, folks, I'm gonna think about the footing it to school. So yes, I had to get up early in the morning, very early, maybe from 6 o'clock, for we had to walk. Not only me alone, but my uncles. I had three uncles that were still attending school, and so we would leave in a little group in the morning. And I was much younger than them, and they could walk fast, so I have to always be running to keep up with them. Because although we are in a different class, different levels, it was the same school. It was like a one building school. So we were in the same building but different classrooms. And so I had to be running to keep up with them because they walk fast. They're much older and they're strong. They walk faster than I could walk. So I had to be running and running to keep up with them. Sometimes they would look back when they're way ahead and say, "What's going on with you? Come on, hurry up. We don't want to be late. Hurry up." Because they think that I was holding them back. So I finally kept up with them gradually as I learned to use the speed, and I kept up with them. And sometimes we had to walk, folks, we had to walk through farmers' field. I remember there's a special place that we had to, there was a road right around, a long way around. And so we didn't go to that long road where you have to go around and around to get to the main cars driving on that road. But what we used to do, we used to take shortcut through this farmer's field. Yes, a little gully, a little hill slope, and we would run down the grade and go up the little slope and cut out onto the main road. And kids would make jokes and tell us that the farmer put needles in the field. But there was a track, there was a little road there. So we didn't pay any attention to that. But you know, kids make up all kind of stories. But that's what they said. But that didn't stop us. We walked through the farmer's field and we got onto the main road and make the distance a little shorter. So wherever there's a farmer's field with a little track, we would walk through there and end up on the main road, and that will reduce our distance for school. So that's what we did over the years as we were going footing it on school. So on some occasions, when I get my feet injured and I couldn't attend school, I couldn't go because I had trouble walking on the lame foot. So at times I had to stay back from school for at least 3 semesters or terms from school because I couldn't go. And it wasn't once, it was twice that I had to stop because, as I said in my previous stories, I had almost amputated my toe, my big toe. So, of course, that couldn't fit in the little puss boot that I used to wear. It couldn't fit as soft as that little boot. They call them crepe, as some people call them puss boot. So as soft as they are, I couldn't put the foot in the air to walk to school. It's such a long distance. So therefore I had to stay home. And my second time was when I hurt my foot down at the ankle. It also got infected and I couldn't walk on it. I couldn't walk on it to go the distance from Cedar Valley. About 2 hours, folks, even with those shortcuts. 2 hours at least from Cedar Valley District to Clarkson. That's the name of the place. Clarkson, where the public school was. Clarksonville, I think it is. They call it. It was a Catholic property, and they kept the school in that section, another big, large section of that property. The Catholic church was up at the back. Beautiful landscape place. The Catholic church was up at the back, and the school was down to the front. Large property all over. There were playgrounds and concrete section where the girls would skip, and it was a very large property, but it was owned by the Catholic people. So that's where we used to have to go to school back down in Jamaica. So yes, folks, and we went by foot. There was no transportation to get us there. But we were never late. We got there in time because we were up early in the mornings. We didn't spend any time to sit down and have no big breakfast. We had a cup of something to drink with it. We didn't get no coffee that time. Youngsters wasn't allowed to drink coffee in those days. So we had some kind of a busy tea or chocolate tea or something like that. And maybe a baked potato or whatever they could find to give us that early in the morning. We got it and we were out. So that's how it went in those days, folks. So as I reflected on that, footing it to school, I thought of the great initiative that Mr. Vaz has taken to create this school bus system for the rural areas of Jamaica. And I'm so excited, folks, because I can remember when I used to have to walk. And now that these kids in the rural districts country of Jamaica has this opportunity to be getting out in the mornings to take their school bus. Well, I wouldn't say a brand new, but it's a new system for them. New opportunities for them to not to have to walk. They can come out early and take the bus to take them to school and back. So that's a great idea that Mr. Vaz has come up with his team. And although people are criticizing the bus system already, I'm wondering if they have checked the website to see the details of the bus system, how it's gonna operate. You see, I think they should do that, not speaking after what they hear. Go and get the facts and find out about the bus system, how it's going to operate, you see, and, what the buses are like. So, as Mr. Vaz said, these buses have been running for many, many, many years in America. And we do have them also in Canada. And there were never any problems with these buses. So, but in Jamaica, whenever the government tried to do something for the people to benefit from, others will always find a problem with that. Now I don't have children in Jamaica right now. My children are over abroad in Canada and they're grown. But I have families in Jamaica and in the rural areas. I have families there who have grandchildren and great grandchildren and whatever. So I am excited for everyone, all the families who have children that still attending school. Can you imagine how nice it's going to be for these children in the rural districts can come out in the morning and wait for a school bus to take them to school. I couldn't even dream of this. This never wouldn't cross my mind that I would live to see this kind of a major, great initiative that is taken by the government, Mr. Vaz and his team, to come up with a plan like this. A school bus in the rural district. Can you imagine that? When the adults look out and see a yellow school bus stop at their door and the kids are hopping in, we couldn't even dream of this. This is a bold vision from Mr. Vaz and his people and the government. I am telling you, I am so excited. I get goosebumps right now when I think about it. Can you imagine? School bus pulling up at your little house in the rural district. You know, pulling up at your little house at the door and the kids coming out, marching out to go on these school buses. And it's not very expensive. It's quite reasonable price. I went and I Googled it. Mr. Vaz says it was $50 per child, per trip. So that means you paid twice. You pay $50 to go to school and $50 to get back home, which is quite a reasonable price. So when I couldn't believe it. I put it in the phone and I Googled it and it's 43 cents Canadian. That's $50 Jamaican, 43 cents Canadian. So I Googled it and I get the same answer. I get the same answer. $50, 43 cents Canadian. So that is very affordable for even a family of 3 kids going to school. You know, that's 150. Whatever. I can't figure out that right now, but whatever it is, it's quite reasonable. So folks, don't knock it and don't stop criticizing the bus. Let's watch and see the bus, how the bus service go and how the system goes. And I hope that everything goes well with these kids going to school. And as Mr. Vaz says, the PM that looked after this, I think transportation, he says for the safety of the kids, for the safety of the student, they even have a CCTV system in it, a security system. So I guess they can see on the camera what's happening in the bus or whatever. They can see what's happening. So it's a security for the safety of the kids. Now, when kids are taking taxi and taking all kind of other transportation home, you can't guarantee any safety on that because there's no camera for nobody to see what took place and what happened. And another thing again that I noticed how crowded some of those taxis are. As I said before, I've seen where kids hop into a taxi loaded, don't know how many of them managed to fit in the back, and some had to sit in there in each other's laps. Car door can hardly close, and when they're going around the corner, sometimes I wonder. And that's special time when I saw that. I was wondering, oh my God, what happens when that car turn around the corner? Take a deep turn around the corner and the car door fly open. The kids don't have any seatbelts on. So it's only God saving them. And some have had accident traveling like that to school back and forth. The stats are there. I can't recall now what Mr. Vaz says about the stats for accidents over the years, but it's there. You can go online and check it. You can Google Google the what you call it, the Initiative Rural Bus Service, bus system, and everything is there. All the details are there. The stats are there for the for accidents for the school student. So everything is there, folks. You can check it out for yourself. You don't have to listen secondhand of what people are saying. Because people only talk and repeat from what they hear others say, rather than going do the research for themselves. So I'm just here today, folks, to share the excitement, and I'm quite excited. I wish I could join in and take the bus and feel what the experience is like taking a bus from footing it to school, because I know what footing to school feels like, because I've done it. But to have that experience of hopping on a school bus in the morning to school, I don't have that experience. So I would love to just wave my magic wand and hop on the bus with the kids and see how that experience would feel. So, folks, I'm not here to give you a long video. I'm just here to share my excitement of the initiative, the rural school bus system, coming out this Monday, September 8, 2025. And this will start serving for the 2025-26 school term. So, folks, I hope everybody's excited, and let the kids get up early and catch their bus. Don't miss your bus. One thing with the school bus, folks, it doesn't run like the taxi. They have scheduled to go because they have to. I don't know how they're going to do. They're going to have to pick up kids here, pick up one down the road, pick up another one, because my son used to take the school bus. That's how I know. You can't miss the bus. And the bus can't sit and wait for you, because they have to go down the road, another 10 minutes down the road, and pick up another kid. Go down another further down and pick up another kid. And it's a lot of pickups. So I know it's going to be a hard time for the parents to get adjusted to this system. So they're going to have to get up early Monday morning and let the kids be out there. And I know you're going to hear some fussing about, oh, the bus left my kid. The bus left my kid. The kids have to be up early. If the bus schedule say, I'll pick you up here at 10 after 8, don't wait till 10 after 8 to come out. They have to be there at least by 8 o'clock. Be there waiting for the bus at 8 o'clock. So if any little thing, if you buck your toe and have to bend down to look at it, and you miss a little time by not being there for 10 after 8, it's best to leave a little early and be there at 8 o'clock instead of 10 after 8. So the bus will pick you up. But if you huff and puff and try to get there for the 10 after 8, the bus will come 10 after 8 and you're not there. You're still down the road huffing and puffing to get there for 10 after 8, and the bus will go. The bus will go, because that's what they do here. When my son used to take the bus, and he's there fooling around, spinning around, and I had to make a lot of fuss, put up my blood pressure, because I said, the bus is going to leave you. What you there spinning around doing? And I try not to give him a big breakfast, because he'll sit there and eating and forget that he has a bus to go and catch. So that's going to be part of the problem, folks. I'm not predicting any problem, but what I'm saying is, based on my experience, folks, try for the children to be out there before the scheduled time, because the bus is coming for his scheduled time. So you have to be there so that you won't miss the bus, because it's going to be very hectic for that poor driver have to make how many stops. And he can't sit and wait for one kid here and go sit and wait for another one down the road there, and then eventually get to the school late. And the school now will get on his case to say the bus driver arrived late. So it's going to be like a domino effect. So folks, try and cooperate with the system and try and follow the schedule of the bus. the buses, because going to be more than one bus is going to different areas, and let things run smooth. So I hope I am an help to you guys, because it's going to be a new system. We abroad here already used to the system, and my children, I don't remember the older ones riding a school bus because they went to school nearby. And as they got older, they don't give them the school bus anymore. They had to take the regular public transportation. Yes, folks. So I'm just here to encourage you all, parents, to be alert about the school bus, that they're going to be running on schedule. And by now, they probably would have let you know what time the pickup is for your child, each child. Have a wonderful time. Thanks to Mr. Vaz, MP Mr. Vaz, for having this great initiative, the rural school bus system. So, everyone have a wonderful day. Stay blessed, and I hope this information was of some value to all of you. Mothers, grandmother, children, and all the family members. Whoever hears this message can pass it on to your families about the school bus system. Yes, folks, so I only know because I went and did a little bit of research, because I'm not living down in Jamaica, but I'm very excited about the new system, because I never had it in my day. So I'm excited, and I must say I'm a little bit jealous too, because I had to foot it to school for how many miles and how many miles, and now this generation, thank God for the praying mothers and the praying fathers and the praying families, that they will have a relief of their children, their family members will be getting a school bus service, safety school bus service. They don't have to worry about catching the taxi and waiting so long until it starts to get late to get home from school. They now have a bus that will drop them at their door, pick them up at their door, and they get home safely from school. Praise the Lord. So thank God for this new vision, this bold vision from the government, Mr. Andre Holness and his government, and Mr. Vaz in his department, transportation. God continue to bless all of them, and for the good that they're doing for their country. I know the people may not appreciate it, but they're doing it for their country. So it will go from one generation to the other. Have a wonderful day, folks. Stay blessed, and please thumbs up the video. Share, especially this one, folks. This one needs sharing out. Share it out, folks, to the families and the children that have to go to school on Monday morning. So at least they will have an idea of how the bus system will go. They run on scheduled time. Just go out there and wait. You follow the schedule what the bus driver and the bus system put out. Okay, you have to run on schedule, so they have time to pick up everyone. Have a wonderful day, folks. Bye-bye now.